So what is up, guys? My name is Jimmy Aguilar, and I'm here with
Davion Bailey.
and we are here on One Trojan Network.
Send me a deal like you, foreign my whip like you, give me a I'm trying to be lit like you, flex on the ground like you.
So the conversation we're gonna have today is how we've transitioned from middle school to high school and how we're experiencing high school as teenage students. What do you think about that?
Can you elaborate? Like, what do you mean?
Like how you felt transitioning from middle school? Like how'd you come in saying, "Oh, I'm going to ninth grade," and were you nervous?
Very. I was extremely nervous.
But what do you think about high school? Like as a middle school student, what do you think about high school? Like how did you see high school as still a middle school student?
Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I felt like going into high school, I'd have a lot more freedom than middle school. Like I always just thought, based off of seeing how movies portrayed high school, that it'd just be, I don't know. I thought I'd have a lot of fun. Like it just seemed
I feel like the way teachers would make it seem to, teacher would just sit there and say, "Oh, none of this will slide in high school," and
That's
they said
very
that the work would be harder. How I came into high school thinking it was gonna be we're gonna have lockers. I most definitely thought we were gonna have lockers. I thought it was gonna be way harder than middle school, and I didn't think we'd have a lot of freedom. Like you said, you think you'd had a lot. I didn't think we'd have a lot of freedom. I thought it was just gonna be straight work and we just didn't have a lot of things to do until I got to high school. Then when I got to high school, I started, like I said, I started in Miami. So in Miami, they have it way different than over here. Over here, they have a very open campus. They could like over here, you could sit wherever you want, you could be wherever you want, as long as you're not in the buildings, of course. Over there in Miami, I went to Miami Central Senior High School, and you have how can I explain it? It's like we started off open, but then it got to close. So in my freshman year, it was like an open, like during lunch we could go and sit wherever we want until and then there started getting fights, and there was a lot of fights and stuff and then we had to come into the lunchroom to have lunch, and that's like it was weird, but we had freedom, and the work was easy. I started getting a lot of good grades, way better than middle school for sure. I had a lot of good grades. And I just didn't think high school was that hard as I was like experiencing ninth grade.
What I will say is I feel like it's more responsibility for sure. Because me, honestly, compared to my transition, like from 8th grade to ninth grade, I mean, middle school was easy the whole time. High school, like freshman year, it was easy too. But I think I just procrastinated too much going into like my ninth grade year. So I tended to get behind a lot and then have to play catch up at the end. So I kind of made it hard on myself, but it wasn't hard. It was just, I don't know.
I feel like ninth grade year, everybody always said it was your most important year. But I think that's a true statement, because with your GPA, you gotta have good grades. You have to maintain a great GPA, and then it's harder to bring your GPA up during the years. So 10th grade, it gets harder. 11th grade, it gets harder. And then 12th grade is when 12th grade, you have to make sure you passed everything the past years, because 12th grade, you want to have a chill 12th grade. It's your senior year, is your last year of high school, and you're an adult.
Yeah.
Once you pass 7th grade, 12th grade, that's it. Your childhood is over. You're experiencing adulthood. You got to go and have more responsibilities, like you said. And you just got to make sure you have everything during 12th grade year.
So let me ask you a question. How do you feel the teaching was in Miami compared to being here? Like,
teaching, there was a lot more teaching. Like over there, we don't use computers. It's straight paperwork. And the teacher actually stands up and teaches a lot. Over here, I noticed there's a lot of teachers that they'll give you the work and they'll sit down and they'll just choose when to actually give you a lesson and actually and stand up and teach the lesson.
So overall, you just felt like they were more engaged?
Over there, they are way more engaged. Over here, I do think they are way more engaged with like you going at like college. Like I don't know her name, but she's does the events for the college. What are those called? The college events. It's a college fair. That's what it's called. A college fair. They do that over there once in a while. Over here, the lady, I don't know her name, like I said, but she pushes you. She pushes you to go see other things you like to do. Like the last college fair we went to during this class. We went over there and she was pushing us. She grabbed each and every one of us and told us, "Oh, what do you want to do? Where's your head at?" And then she'll go point you to basically the right direction to where you want to go.
Right.
And I feel like they're a lot engaging. They give you a lot of opportunities to pass a lot of things. And I feel like it's just more engaging with college over here than it is over there. But what do you think about like this school and how they engage?
I think, yeah, pretty much it's like how you just said. I think the teachers are very engaged. I mean, well, personally, my experiences with my teachers, I feel like a lot of them actually do show concern and like my grades, because it's a lot of teachers that don't. They give you the work, and if you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. But it's some teachers that actually they like they just stay on top of you, and I feel like students that tend to lose focus and just that aren't too determined, it's important for them to have teachers
Of
like
course.
that. So
And another thing they don't have over there is SAFE. Over here they have this this program called SAFE. Is it a program? I don't know what it is, but it's like it helps you with your mental health and see where you are with your mental and help you out if anything's going on around the house. Over there they don't have that over there. They have just counselors that'll talk to you. They just suggest a counselor and you go and talk to the counselor. But over here they have a SAFE. They have a whole program to where you could actually go and you could actually talk to them. So I feel like that's cool about high school. I don't think middle school has that I know of.
nah, my middle school didn't.
My middle school didn't either. We just, like I said, we just had to talk to counselors, and yeah, that I feel like that's really cool for high schools because high school is it's very stressful
Very.
because they give you a lot of work. They give you a lot of stress. It's very stressful because some people work, some people don't work, and imagine you just gotta go 7 hours in school and then gotta do another, let's say 5 hours at work.
Yeah.
And it takes up a lot of your time. You wake up, you gotta go to school, and then you gotta go home, get ready, go back to work. You don't get home till 10, 11 o'clock. Then you gotta get up again 7 in the morning and go right back to school.
And
And
then-
then the homework, you gotta stay up a little bit later, do homework, and make sure you're just good on your grades. So it's like you said, it's catch up.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to do
also
your stuff in
same
time.
thing as far as like you said with having a job, just anything like any extracurricular activities, like being an athlete, that can catch up to you.
Of
like,
course.
You know, you have to stay consistent with practice. You may be too tired, and then being determined enough to go home and still finish your work, like
Yep.
it's just very overwhelming. So
And another mentor you have in your life, if you're an athlete, is your coach. Your coach is gonna push you to get good grades, push you to be great, and of course on and off the court. Because I bet your coach doesn't he push you to get good grades
Yeah.
so you could play,
course.
and that motivates you. You go get good grades, then you could play. If you don't get good grades, you can't play. So it motivates you to go and actually get your grades and do things on time.
yeah,
Because high school is all about on time. Because if you don't do it on time, then you got to catch up with a lot of things. Catch up because they give you a lot of assignments. So then it all stacks up, and then your end of the year, you gotta make them all up,
yeah,
and that's a lot of stress. Imagine that's 100. What do we have? 100 something days of school. Imagine if you don't do anything all of those days.
it's
That's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. It's a lot of catch
know.
up. I've been in that position. I want to say probably the last 2 years, but it was by choice. It's not like I couldn't do the work. I just procrastinated too much, and I ended up having play catch up. But
Of course, and I learned that in ninth grade year. Ninth grade year, I didn't really do anything. I maintained good grades, but I just really didn't do nothing. Then coming into 10th grade year, I had a mindset where I need to make up all my stuff. I have to do stuff on time, and I played sports in my sophomore year, so it motivated me to go get good grades and, like I said, do my things on time. My coach, he gave us a worksheet. It's like a progress report, our own progress report, and we have to make sure we sign it from every teacher, and they give us the grade. So basically, the teacher sign it, give us a grade and a comment, and we have to go take it back to them. And if we didn't have the good grades, we didn't have a good comment, we didn't have a signature, then of course the consequences with running and stuff like that. So, like I said, another mentor is your coach because he's gonna motivate you. He's gonna push you to do great things, and that helps you a lot with school too. With school, you're gonna go get good grades, and while getting those good grades, you gotta pay attention to the lesson. Then it reflects with the test, and your test grades, your test scores come out good because, of course, you pushed yourself, other people pushed you to go get good grades and actually listen to the lesson. Because to get good grades, you got to listen to the lesson. 'Cause if you don't listen to the lesson, you're not gonna know what to do with the work. So I feel like it's great. Like high school is not that bad.
no, it's not. But
The way they
definitely-
portray it.
I mean, it's still very like, I don't know. It's kind of like so. Like I've heard a couple of different things and some of it has been true, and other things I feel like.
And I also heard that high school goes by really fast. And I didn't think that was true. Like during ninth grade year, I didn't think it was true because my ninth grade year low-key went by slow. But look at that, we're in juniors now.
Yeah.
We were just ninth grade. It felt like last year.
Yeah,
And bro, the time goes fast, especially
this year's almost over.
Yep.
So.
This year's almost over. We're about to be seniors.
Yeah.
The high school goes by really fast. You just gotta make the most of it. Go to every event.
Okay, I have a question for you since we're like talking about this high school topic. Was there ever a point in time, like throughout any grade, like whether it was like, well, okay, I'll say preferably 9th or 10th grade. Was there any point in time where you felt like you had like a wake up moment, like where it was like a moment where you were like falling off real bad and you had to like get
Yes,
yourself
when I failed the Algebra 1 test is my wake up moment because during my 9th grade year, during Algebra 1, I didn't really pay attention. I maintained good grades, but I didn't pay attention to the lesson until that test came and I failed it.
Yeah.
So then it was a really wake up moment like, dang, I got to actually get on my stuff. I got to do the work. During sophomore year, I had geometry. I did the work. I did everything. I just had to retake tests. Also, the retaking tests over and over and over again. That's why you got to make sure you pass it the first time and don't got to do it again. You don't got to worry about it. Like seniors right now, they're going through it because they don't got the test.
Yeah.
They don't go. They don't listen. They took it as a joke, and now they're playing catch up.
Yeah.
But-
Personally, I think my wake up moment, it was definitely 9th grade year. I same thing like we were just talking about. I was playing catch up and I started playing basketball. Like I started playing on the team and I feel like my priorities were more so focused just on basketball. So I'd go to practice, train after school, like just stuff like that. So, excuse me. My grades started slowly dropping and I was almost close to like being ineligible to play. So that definitely motivated me to.
Yeah, like we were saying, you gotta make sure you're doing everything good. Make sure you're doing like I said, high school is not that bad. You come into high school, you gotta get all your stuff. It's not playing around. You could go to events, but make sure your stuff is right.
Yeah.
But
sure.
This segment is over. Thank you for tuning into One Trojan Network, and we thank you for listening. And we'll see you guys in the next segment. Peace.